Hello everyone, welcome to another video, and first of all I'm so much overwhelmed by the response that I have received on my previous video. I thank you so much for that. Today we are going to talk about a very important topic related to visas. Now recently on 11th of January, US consulates in India have posted an update on their official social media handles. And according to that update, they are not going to open any fresh visa slots for the spring 2022 intake. Students who have already booked their appointments are good to go, but there will be no new slots. Now this is a serious issue than it seems, guys, because it is going to impact prospective students directly or indirectly. To understand the whole thing, let us go back to the time when it all started. In 2020, when the pandemic actually started, the universities in the US had already distributed their admits. But as the consulates were in India and India was facing a lockdown at that time, the consulates decided to not work on their full capacity, and because of that, a lot of students who got their admits not actually got the visa appointment. And among the students who already got the visa appointment, not everybody got a visa. So because of this reason, all the students who were not able to make it to the US were forced to defer their admits to the next term. Let us take an example for that. Recently, a lot of students who have applied to MSinUSA at Arizona State University are getting a reject. And the same case was with Northeastern University last year. So what is the reason behind it? As I told earlier, the mass deferral of the admits of the students is creating a lack of fresh seats in the university. And because of that, new students are not getting an opportunity to get the admit, and the competition increased drastically. Now this became a chain which cannot be broken unless and until the situation gets back to normal. Let us talk about another update by the US government on the visas. Recently a news came that US government is planning to waive off visa interviews for some of the visa types, including F-1 visa for the students. But there were some criteria. The first was you should be applying from the country of your citizenship. The second was you should be having a valid US visa. And the third was you should not have a history of visa denial. Obviously all the students are not fitting into the criteria, but to be clear, for those who are having a valid US visa, it is not yet decided their visas are going to waived off or not, because this decision is given to consulates and they are the authorized body to decide whether they are willing to waive off visa interview of a particular person or not, irrespective of the criteria they are meeting. So we cannot totally rely on that. These all things are not in our hands. So we have to wait for the US government to make another announcement. But the thing which we can do to avoid getting us into this kind of situation is starting early. Let me tell you why. Unlike in India, universities in the US do not give admits on the basis of the merit. By that what I mean is, they are not collecting all the applications and taking out the merit list on the basis of that and giving the admits. The admits in the US universities are on first come basis. So there is a high possibility of a person having a decent profile and applying in the early deadlines of getting an admit than a person having an excellent profile and applying at the end of the deadline. And apart from that, if you get an admit, you also have to get an I-20 document from the university for the further visa processes, and that also takes time. For instance, one of my senior who have applied for spring 2022 intake got admits from top universities including Georgia Tech. But she received her I-20 very late from that university. And if she had waited for that, she would have definitely missed her spring intake. So one of the advice that I would like to give you is, if you are planning for the spring 2023 intake, this is the right time to start your application process. And if you are planning for fall 23, start building your profile right now, because the timeline is very important. And if you miss the timeline, there is a high possibility that you are going to miss the intake that you are planning. That's all for this video, guys. I will be making more informative videos as I promised in the earlier video. So stay tuned. Please like, share and subscribe to the channel and press that bell icon to get an instant notification of new videos. Please comment on the videos because your comments keep me motivated. Till then, be safe, be happy. See you soon.